think the worst hire that I've seen in the last 10 years is Willie Taggart at Florida State. I mean, I thought that was a horrible hire then, and I told everybody was kind of excited about him, and I'm like, I'm telling y'all, this is going to be a dumpster fire, and it was exactly that. I just don't understand that hire at all. The reason that he couldn't win, he had all the talent in the world there. And this is just my opinion, but it appeared to me that he cared more about the appearance of Florida State football than he was actually winning Florida State football. And I see like a guy like Norvell who's coming in, he doesn't care about any of that stuff. And from what I can tell, it's more about winning football games first. Then all that will come with the win. But in my opinion, that's the worst hire I've seen in the last 10 years in college football.
Hunter, you need to check in on our Florida State show on Wednesday nights, because I've made that statement about 52 times. Because Willie Taggart, so we've got one of our guys on there that likes to defend Willie Taggart and bring up Mike Norvell's record. And I've told him a million times, you cannot compare the two. Willie Taggart inherited a roster that, if you look at the recruiting classes, they were all ranked between like 8 and 12 in the country. He recruited that good of a roster that went to major bowl games, won major bowl games. Sure, they had a down last year under Jimbo Fisher, but they still, they're 7-6 and they're 7-6. That team was losing to Clemson like in the last 5 minutes of the game, 7-6. Like, they were really talented, really good. That was the year they lost DeAndre Francois against your beloved Crimson Tide in the opener and kind of fell apart after that. But they were a really talented roster. That's what he inherited. Mike Norvell inherited his rosters from his 2.5 years of recruiting. So you can't compare or judge or evaluate them in the same light, Norvell and Taggart.
No, you can't. And I think, Mark, and I'm just going to put this on record so that after the season is next year, I can come back and say that I was right. I think this Florida State team is going to be a lot more competitive than what we've seen since Jimbo Fisher left Florida State. I think he's got all the elements this year to put together I'm not saying they're going to win, they're going to go undefeated or anything crazy. I'm just saying we're going to see a substantial improvement from the drop off of when Jimbo left. It might not appear in the win column, but I think the eye test, you'll start to see a more consistent program, a more consistent product than what we've seen since then. He's had to get some of his guys in, and he's recruited pretty decent this last cycle. So I expect this team to be much improved. It's not in the win column. I think we'll see it from a culture standpoint and all the things that tell you that they are headed into that more of a 8-9 win, winning football team.